less than 3.
All right. Hey, everyone. Happy Thursday. Look, it's Thursday going on Friday. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Is it the weekend yet? It's the weekend, right? Yeah? Oh, crap. I didn't change anything over on YouTube. It's fine. We're fine. It's all good. Hope you're doing well. Kark, thank you so much for the 27 months. How have you been? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. 27 months. You've got the Gojo. You got the Gojo going on. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. How's everything going? Let me. I need to change some info. Oh, I cannot edit the event. Okay, so we're screwed there. What are we doing here? We're on 9 of 50 to 50. And polo knit. And no, you know what? We'll just stick with that. Later, and we're going to make this crafting. Okay, there we go. You've been relaxing and sitting around? Well, that sounds relaxing and sitting aroundish. I hope that's been relaxing and sitting aroundish. No, hey, that's better than saying you've been running around with your hair on fire, so I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Chicken, good to see you. Daiwick, Goshi, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. And everyone who's lurking, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Truly. True, yeah. I mean, you could be dealing with drone invasions and, you know, weird people trying to make claims on your country. There just could be all these like crazy, absolutely ridiculous things that no one would ever believe if you were to say that they were happening. Those could be happening to you. So meanwhile, we're on, oh crap, that's 9. It's not 8. We're on 9. Quick, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Until I change this. Hold your breath, don't breathe. Okay, it's 9 now, you can breathe. We're okay. We're on the square number 9. We're gonna make square number 9 here. Out of 50, on our way to me turning 50. So we've got one square every day here until I suddenly age before your eyes into a wizened mummy. And like just, I'll desiccate right before you all. It'll be incredible. No amount of moisture or hydrating will help me anymore. Okay, so I'm 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 11 are left. Yeah. Okay. So we are theoretically, and by theoretically, I mean what we're supposed to be doing. Is this. Okay. And we're going to do 2. And 3. Et voila. Definitely, but you know, it could be better too. You're freshly unemployed? Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's no good. Ugh. What are prospects like over there? Like, is it hard to find something, or? Okay, we're gonna go in the third hole. Into the third hole. Your river is a torrent right now? Oh, that doesn't sound good. A moisture curse? That sounds like mold. How about a back moisture curse? Like your back is always wet and moist? That would be quite the curse. Pretty dire, oh no. You'll be okay, support a partner, a lot of saving. Oh, that's okay. Well, that's better to hear. Had a friend here. Do you know Pork Back Fat? He's been looking for work for some time over here with a lot of challenges. Like months of looking. Hundreds of applications. Well, I hope you find the right thing at the right time. It's always difficult when it's like you don't know what else might be out there. Don't want to like do something that you don't enjoy, but at the same time, like, A lot of jobs require Dutch. Oh yeah, and you're currently on the waiting list for classes. Eustachius can't help you. You're not. He's not getting like lessons every night. I'm kidding. It'll be a lot of effort. Oh, I shit canned that emote. Oh well. I forgot to change that. Speaking of, we have 2 new emotes. Wait a minute. Is this right? I don't like the way that they annotate this. I think that's confusing. Kark, do you do much crochet? We've been doing these granny squares. It's like a little 1 card. Oops. So we're doing like 1 card a day. 1 granny square a day. And they have these the visual pattern. They have the visual pattern on it. And the last 2, I get what they're trying to say, but I disagree with the way it's drawn. Hey, Knots and Stitches. Yeah, it's been pretty good. How are you doing? Hey, actually, Knots and Stitches, do you have much experience with this style of diagram? No, you'd love to start, but yeah, no, well, join the club, right? You can have more hobbies, come on. Especially if you already have a lot of yarn. Just saying. Looking on Indeed, military base is still hard. Oh yeah. Also a cheesery, which also sounds really fun. A cheesy job, huh? A cheesy job. Crochet charge dagger. Okay, never mind then. Jesus. You know the so we had this happen yesterday with the granny style stitch. If you look really carefully, and this is normal for granny square, the stitch is going into the space, right? So the stitch goes into the space, not the stitch. It's not going into the green stitch or the greenish blue stitch, right? But the way it's drawn, it looks like it's going into the stitch. It seems like there needs to be a way to denote going into the stitch versus going into the space. And yesterday I thought, it was these things that were doing the problem. And I was like, well, you should just have them go down here. But now this would be weird. You'd have to have like a long bar, like come down here. But this seems confusing to me, because if I didn't know better and I read it like the way I thought I was supposed to read it, I would put that stitch into the chain. And that's really not what you're supposed to do. So yet again, we run into this weird problem with the granny square type stitch, which is a little bit annoying. The example picture looks like a bunch of knots to me. Well, that's good, because it is a bunch of knots. You think normally on homemade charts that's fixed, but this is so mass produced that they couldn't fix it? Well, it's weird. It's weird, because again, like, if you didn't know better, I think you would do the wrong thing. And maybe it's like not the end of the world, but maybe it is. Maybe the world would end. I could end the world right now for everyone if I stitched it incorrectly. Wouldn't that be horrible? What a world. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so wait. Okay, see, now here again, it's supposed to go into the space, which is just like weird. You're about to say yes, please. I know a lot of people that would feel that way. A little dramatic. It's the chart. The chart is creating the drama. You've been a little melancholic today, lately. Yeah. Well, I can. I will do better. We will be blissfully, what's the irrationally exuberant. That was the term from, was it the 90s or the early 2000s? Irrational exuberance. Does everyone remember that one? Hey, Corin, how are you doing? Yes, we've got GGs. Yeah, Karka's here. Ooh. So I neglected to highlight it, but yes, we have two new emote. Well, we have one new emote, both static and animated. And the static emote is in the follower emote. So if you're a follower, you can use it. So that's this one, just GG. And if you're a subscriber, you can do GGs and get it animated. So there you go. And it was on the startup screen here, see? Pumping iron from the Art Womble. We get to see you more. Maybe we get to see a Kark stream, maybe. So you can't think it. Wait, you think of you can't get my school in green processing. Wait, or whatever. You may want to try becoming a cheesemaker. Seems to have a decent salary and it's science adjacent. Ooh. Oh well, you know, I mean, cheese is very tasty. So, what kind of cheese would you make? I mean, there's also the Angoras, right? I mean, right? What happened to the bunny rabbits? Don't forget the bunny rabbits. My job is to make sure that you don't neglect the rabbits. Totally not for selfish reasons of having Angora fur. I have an Angora supplier. I know a guy. See? You mentioned you might be prepared for one this weekend. All right. What are you gonna do? You gonna do some watercolor, or games? Hey, speaking of, if you're not already following Karkarlak, please click on the imaginary heart icon that would be up at the top of the screen if I were actually typing right now. Shout out Karkarlak. Or just click on her name and click follow. Usually lovely chill art streamies. Sometimes maybe less chill gaming. Question is, can I get the knot out of this yarn? If you do have your own cheese factory, you may be able to have rabbits on the side as well. Be like, what do you do for a living? I make cheese with rabbits on the side. I see. You know, if you could be like the Willy Wonka of cheese, and instead of Oompa Loompas, you could have bunny wunnies. And you could train them to sing funny little songs. And it would be awesome. Mostly Pokemon. Okay, just to catch up and chill. What Pokemon would you be playing? Legend Zeta A or Scarlet Violet or something else? Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? Oh boy. Denya Gediviga Summerviga. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. Say, I have a cheese guy. Or even weirder, like, I have a cheese and rabbit guy. It would be very cool. The school you always loved is giving the class and it's in your town. Wait, for cheese? For cheese or for something else? I've lost the beat on where we are. What's the topic? I mean, that's cool. I'm glad. You still have 50. Oh, you've been trying to get the shiny decks? Oh my gosh. That's something. Did you see the advertisement for the Animal Crossing Pokemon game? What's it called? Like Poketopia? Angora cheese? Ooh. You hate the way that game looks. Oh. I'll be honest, like the game seems cute, but my guttural basic response is like, I don't need another daily game. I don't need another game that wants me to play it every day. Like, could we please stop with the games that are like, play me every day? Lumi, how are you doing? Okay, that failed. Whatever I did weakened the yarn and it broke. The Ditto character models are rough to look at. Yeah, the Ditto. Using Ditto, I mean, I get why using Ditto, but eh. Lurking and painting your nails. Ooh, fun. How are you painting your nails? Don't look at my nails, they're terrible. We believe for cheese. Okay, the class is for cheese. Now we say school and a class is like a weekend class. World-renowned school for farm animals and stuff and agricultural and stuff. Like a lot of people in your town are from other countries to study at this school. Oh. Oh, okay. So is it like a semester class then, or is it? It's got to be like longer than one weekend, right? But that's cool. Cheese class, like making cheese class, not it here. Here in Northern Virginia, a cheese class would mean like eating cheese, and it would usually be about like cheese wine pairings. That's what a cheese class would mean out here. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, there it is. There goes Kiki. Cheesy. Regular painting, but it's mess-free type polish. It's interesting. Mess-free. Wait, how does that work? I mean, mess-free sounds more like a you problem than like the, I mean, I'm a pretty messy person when it comes to painting. That sounds like a challenge. Mess-free, huh? I'll show you. It's a school and a university level, but the cheese seems to be the college. What's the difference between college and university? It's a 2-semester. Ooh, wow, 2-semester course. We went to a wine tasting once with Eustace's family. It was amazing. Oddly enough, the organizers didn't provide cheese. Oh, okay, so it's just wine. Hey, well, you know. Did they have anything for, like, refreshing the palate after having wine? Usually there's something to nibble on to, like, reset your taste buds after trying a wine or something. Wine and no cheeses? I know, of like, what's up with that? A solid polish versus the liquid type. Oh, okay. College and university are two distinct and separate schools. Okay, so what's the difference? You had crackers and sausage. Oh, okay. So it's pretty nice. But you're the cheesiest of European countries. Oh, it was. That's true, right? I flew through Amsterdam back in October, which I would prefer not to remember. But they had there was a cheese booth in the airport. I have a picture of the cheese. It wasn't open yet, so I didn't get any cheese. And it's probably good I didn't. They probably would have confiscated it anyway. All right. 1, 2, 3. Is it 1, 2? So I go. Wait. Yeah, I go directly into the row. Okay. We don't have a cheese booth at the airport. You mean over where I live? I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't pay attention to it because, I would just go to the grocery store and buy cheese there where it's probably cheaper. Buying stuff at the airport is the worst place to buy stuff. No, Kark's in the Les Pays-Bas. So much of yeah. University is what you call university. I mean, that's what I typically call college. In the US, we call university college. Are you going to college? People don't say university. If you say, are you going to university? You sound European. You have some sort of control over the courses you have. College is 12 to 14 classes per week, depending on where you go. 2 years if you do a pre-university program, or 2 years, 3 years if you don't go to university after. That's not helping me with what the differences are. I mean, I appreciate it, but I'm not following. All producing Gouda. You want some Gouda on your stroopwafel? That sounds terrible. Yes, community college. Well, but community college just means that it is a local, that is a higher level educational institution run typically by the local, not the government, but the state or something like that. It's not a state college, but it typically has much less, what do you call it? It's a lot easier to get into a community college. And typically it's taught, I could go easily teach at a community college. I would just sign up. I have a degree in chemistry. I'd be like, I will teach chemistry. And I'd probably have to pass a minimal verification that I know what an atom is. And I could teach at a community college. But then college is just normal college, which is, again, what you would call university. Now, there's technical schools. We have technical schools where you go for 2 years, but that's to learn a trade, like electrician, plumbing, some sort of manufacturing or something that requires special training. But that's like a technical school. And the way most colleges or universities work in the US, you're picking a selection of courses every semester, and depending on if you're a full-time student or not, if you're a full-time student, you're allowed to, there's a minimum you have to do, a minimum number of credits every semester, and there's a maximum. So every course that you want to take comes with a number of credits, usually based on how much time the course takes, right? If it meets 3 times a week, it's probably a 3-credit course. If it meets 5 times, it's maybe a 4 or 5 credit course. Anyway, you fill up your docket for the semester, and then you just take the courses depending on your course load. Otherwise, if you're not a full-time student, you're paying for that like per class or per credit. But then you're basically working towards a degree. So at some point you say, I would like to be accredited from the university to get a bachelor's in the arts, or the bachelor's in a science or something like that. And then they have a bunch of minimums. You have to have, a bunch of prerequisites. And then you just have to take courses until you fulfill all those requirements to get that degree. That's college. Anyway. You can use some Edam. That's also Dutch. Any mild and blandish cheese is Dutch. What is an atom? Atom. I draw you a picture of atom. There's my picture of atom. Completely correct. Aged Gouda is as good as cheddar or Parmesan. College is where you just do general human sciences, natural sciences, literature, arts. Then you go to university to specify you want to study in those fields. Okay. Do you get a degree out of college? That's right. Do you get a degree out of college? I could see if we're talking about the difference between undergraduate and graduate work. So the difference between a bachelor's and a master's and a PhD. Maybe that's the distinction. Can't go to university without prerequisites of college. So what do you get when you're done with college? Do you get anything? Biblically accurate atom. Yes. Those atoms have eyeballs and wings. Which I always laugh when people say biblically accurate angel, because depending on like what Bible you're talking about, biblically accurate angels are actually just look like humans. It's not until you get to the crazy apocryphal shit that you start getting the eyeballs and wings. But whatever. It's usually people that don't know what the Bible is that are making the joke anyway, so it doesn't matter. What's a good story? Yeah, that's right. That's the Apocrypha is exactly fanfic. You got your new baking tray today? And a picture oven. All right, what are you going to make? Now you can bake Jacondus with it overspilling. Okay, you get a diploma. Okay, what does the diploma say? Does it grant you a title of any kind? You can work and get the diploma recognized by a workplace, but it's usually not worth much. You have a college degree and you really can't use it. Okay. You could, but it's useless. All right. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. It's called a college diploma. But when you look at the college diploma, it doesn't say anything about like granting you a title or that you have achieved a certain whatever. All right, hold on. Let me show you what I mean. We're gonna have a show and tell. Wow. You achieved a certain amount of credits to receive the diploma. That's what you got? Okay, so. Show and tell. Okay, so here's my diploma from Washington University in St. Louis. It's all in Latin because we're pretentious like that. But, right there it says right there, Artium Baccalaureate. Artium Baccalaureate, right? Summa cum laude. Right, and then here's my degree from Cornell University for the Doctor of Philosophy. That's what I'm talking about. There's no, you have a college diploma, but it doesn't confer anything like a bachelor's or a master's or a whatever. You never got fanfares? It has a 300-gram silver seal. Wow, well, there you go. That's actually worth a lot. Silver's at like 80 bucks per ounce now. And by the way, I've said this before, like, I consider myself a known entity. Like, I am out there as a published person. And so if you haven't figured out who the fuck I am, thank you for not, like, being weird. But my God, it's not that hard to figure out who I am. Okay. Hey, sure, Miss Fire, how are you doing? I've always been an overachiever. Yeah, something like that. Too lazy. Bachelor's, master, doctor, all at university. Colleges before university. But you can't go to university without college. I've told you guys plenty of time what I do. Like no, never mind. There, I had a podcast for 6 years. Go listen to the podcast. You can, but you need to go through a few college exams. Well, so how long does it usually take to go to college? I'm sorry, what I'm struggling with here is what I'm wondering is like, is it actually, is there a time difference? Like when you go to university to get a bachelor's, does it take 4 years, or is that time in college kind of come off of that? You're not a creeper? Sorry, I mean, yeah. If you Google Quantar, you were in your algorithm of furry porn. Well, I don't know what's going to pop up. I don't know what's going to happen if you Google it with a U in the name. 2 years if you go to university. Okay. But if it's a 2 year for college and then 2 year for university, then what's the difference between going 4 years to university or college in the US? It doesn't sound like there's much difference. It sounds like slightly slicing and dicing things differently. Hella cheaper. I mean, it's like university or college here, you're taking the general courses together with all the specialized courses, right? So you go to the school of chemistry or the whatever school of physics, and you're taking physics 101. And then if you happen to be a physics major, you then take the advanced physics courses there as well. No, two of college, 4 of university. No, okay, that just sucks. Yeah, bachelor's can take 4 years. I mean, you can do it faster. You can do it faster. Like, I probably could have done it in 3, but I minored in French and music. I took a shit ton of classes because I like learning. College is way cheaper because the first 2 years are just GED stuff. Wait, okay, so sure, Misfire, I've been trying to figure out what the difference between college and university is, because they're the same to me. So maybe you can help me figure out, like, what am I missing? I mean, maybe it's the difference between what's formally called a university and just our generic term of, like, I'm going to college. Poland standard is 3 and 2 more for masters. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird because, like, normally it'll be 4. It'll be 4 for bachelor's and then maybe 1 or 2 for masters, depending on what degree what field you're in. Later 2 years are more specific, so you're paying less when you transfer. Hey, Starbug! How are you doing? Welcome on in. How was the stream? How was the painting? Hope you had a good one. We're trying. I'm so confused about college and university. I'm not getting it. Hey, if you're not following Starbucks 60, click on that heart icon right now. Check out the next stream if you'd be missing out on very cool miniature painting and a variety of other things. Oh, the Baby Yodas! Yeah, I saw the creepy Baby Yodas. You hadn't painted any when I saw them, but they were very creepy. Maybe another 2 for doctorate? That's too much bother. It requires teaching at university. Okay, you did look this up during a stream of yours. College typically offered GED. Okay, first 2 years, or if you didn't get a high school diploma, continuing education, or 2-year technical degree. Yeah, okay. See, that's what they were more like technical schools or whatever. Universities usually offer bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and research opportunities. Yeah, okay. All right. Typically. But again, I think in the US verbally we have the we just say college. Hey, Lunapath. University can have different colleges. Yeah, it's the terminology is just confusing. I think the terminology is just confusing. Oh, the Granny Squares are doing well. So for those that missed, we're doing one Granny Square a day here for a total of 50 as I slowly march to my death at 50. Which is now in like 41 days. But I think a university having colleges is different from the other use of college, which is what I've been struggling understanding. The difference of a college that isn't giving like a degree that's a bachelor's, master's, or whatever. Which is kind of the rub here. Yeah. So Daioh has a college degree, and he says it's in nothing. Colleges tend to be cheaper, so people will first do 2 years of their bachelor's at a college before going to university because university can be far more expensive. Right, and so then they usually transfer over their credits, assuming that the university allows that. Yeah, so, but I think Sherman's Fire highlights the important thing. Unfortunately, in the U.S., we use the term university and college interchangeably, even though the function, like what they actually provide you and what the purpose is, are different. So, again, like no one will ask, are you going to university? They'll go, oh, are you going to college? And then someone will say, yeah, I'm going to Cornell University. Oh, what are you studying? I'm going to get my bachelor's in blah, blah, blah. So they're going to college, but they're going to university. So it's one of those things, colloquially, it's college. Trees hate you. This is gonna be a game. Trees hate you. Oh, thanks, Starbug. Thank you again. I'm sorry. We're like in this thick of this weird terminology discussion, which I very much appreciate because I was very confused. Oh. Mimi, how are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm very distracted here with the college whatever discussion. You just checked your report card and it says Diplôme collégial sans mention. No, what it says is college diploma without, not worth mentioning. Sans mention. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But it is. Sans mention. All right. You have a master's of study in English. It's useless. Well, I could have had a bachelor's in music and some other things. Being stalked by trees. Wow. How... The game can't be that long. Like, how could you put up with that for more than like 10 minutes? That's really funny. When is it coming out? Everything's fine. Very cold. Minus 30. Ugh, not much heat. Have you gotten lots of wool at least? I was gonna say at some point you must get an axe, right? Discover fire. Chainsaws. There has to be like a pollen attack too, right? That was pretty funny. You went to the local yarn shop. 80% sale? Oh my. It's a rage game focused on traps and gags. Yeah, it's basically like a troll. It's all just trolling. Yeah, watch out for the trees. Trees are assholes. But, yeah. We got a lot of trees right outside my place that, you know, they're tall. They're huge. Definitely would, like, crush me if they fell on me. See ya, Goshi. You bought yarn for 20 sweaters, 15 pairs of socks. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. You want to drink their blood? I know, they're especially those maple trees. Their blood is awesome. All right, well, there we go. We finished that one. That turned out pretty well. All that yarn probably cost her like $50, if that. The Ukrainian exchange rate is, yeah, 20 bucks. The exchange rate in Ukraine is ridiculously, ridiculous. Little thongs, oh yeah. Bow chicka bow bow. Oh. Okay, so we have a new GG animated emote, and we have a new follower emote that's just static. So if you want the static one as a follower, just GG. If you want the animated one, it's GG's. GGS. I think it's pretty funny. It identifies me as a raider from Starbug. There we go. So we got the GG emote. Wah. We'll worry about sewing in the loose ends later. All right, there we go. All done. GG. Thank you. That was number 9. We're almost a quarter of the way No, we're almost 20% of the way. In the meantime, we're going to work on our knit. Okay. Actually, here I'll. Oh, you got some alpaca yarn. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Very cool blanket. It looks so. Wait, what looks adorable? The emote? Or the, assuming you don't mean this. Oh. The knitting. Oh, okay. This is the start of the polo. Presumably this is the back. I've been led to believe that this is the back. So neckline, back. Where are we? This is so tiny and cute. I've been, it's been going okay. I started over, well, right, you saw the initial part of it, right? I didn't fix that drop stitch. I just started over. I think we're okay. But there's also some things I think I just don't understand very well about what I'm supposed to be doing. It took 20 minutes to catch up back up to where I was, so it wasn't a big loss to start over. I goofed up something again on the side here, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, so we're gonna make one right purl, which is back to front. And then we're gonna purl through the front loop. Ooh. Okay. All right. And then we're going to purl across. We're basically in a high increase phase here, so we're doing 2 increase stitches on each side. Both the front and the back are 2 increases. And we're doing that for like 28 rows. Sure, Ms. Fryer, were you working on any particular knitting thing? You bought some goat yarn? Ooh. Incredibly nice to knit with. I would not have thought goats to be like necessarily like soft yarn. Yarnable animals. Can you make yarn from like boars? Like boar yarn? You're just knitting up the tiny skein that you dyed to have for reference. Oh, okay. So you're making like a stockinette swatch or garter stitch swatch or something. The rows are getting noticeably longer. We started with like, I don't know, 22 rows or 22 stitches. So it was very fast initially, which is why it didn't take too long to catch up to where we were. But now at this point, we're probably at like 40 or 50 stitches. And then we're going to end around 85 or something like that. So as expected, it's going to longer and longer to do each row. You don't think so? It's a bit... Oh, you didn't think so either about the goats? But it's like alpaca, huh? And you get the benefit of the goats that just eat about anything. Rent out your goats to clean up people's fields. Give them a nice natural trim. Whoa, hey. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. We've got anonymous follows here, so feel free to continue to lurk or say howdy. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm just going to be knitting here for a little bit. I've got music practice tonight in about 2 hours. So like 20 minutes before that we'll read Azumanga Daioh, and then that'll be it. Oh, wait, I need to make a stitch there. Local grandmother sells goat yarn. She dyes it herself. $2 for 500 grams. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, wait. Very much emphasizes that you need to spin your singles with the opposite spin. Oh, yeah. The yarn is unraveling. How do you hold the yarn? Yeah, that's a problem for me. Most yarn is spun opposite of the way that I hold it, and so I'm usually dealing with yarn that's like unraveling. So when I've spun yarn last year, which has been a while now, I was spinning it the opposite way. A stitch where you switch between knit and purl. You mean front and back? Or do you mean like knit purl, and then knit purl on the other side? Yeah, that. Which one? I said two things. The first one? Knit on the front, purl on the back. That's stuck in it, I think. The one that looks curly. Sure. Tomorrow's gonna be like, why doesn't this look right? Well, I don't know. What did you do? I don't know. I did the stitch and then the other stitch. I see. Okay, where am I here? I am going to make one. I'm going to milp. We're milping. Make one left purl. Back to front. No, front to back. And then purl through the back loop. Okay, and then we're going to purl through the back. All right. You also bought some Angora yarn. Oh, we were talking about Angoras, yes. You made a sweater for the neighbor's daughter. She's very happy. Oh, that's very great. There we go. Okay, we made it. You gotta look that up. How to be amazingly unhelpful with, that's right, with clarifying information. Offer 2 choices and then respond with yes. You need to change your phone? You decide to go sledding? Oh, fun! Well, stay away from the river. Have fun, Daioh. Stay safe. Don't play in the river. As someone who did knitting decades ago, these stitches are stressing you out. They're so small. I will admit, all the videos I watch, there's like all this like chunky yarn and this ridiculous stuff. I'm like, I have yet to do a knitting project with like big stuff. Maybe I should do that at some point. Okay, so we're on repeat 3. We do 4 rows on each repeat, and we need to do up to 6 repeats, just so you have a sense about where we are. So we're back to row 1. We're going to do 4 rows. This is our 3rd repeat. And we got to do 6 repeats of 4 rows. Yeah, I need to change that. Angora yarn is so cheap there, that you just have to buy what I was going to say. Bring back extra. I'll trade you for shirts. It looks like you're just doing knit stitch. Oh, okay, so you're just knitting, so you're making stockinette. One side is purl and one side is knit. But that's stockinette. That's not just knit stitch. Wait. Okay, so you knit, and then you turn the piece, and then you knit again? Or you knit, and then you turn and you purl. Which one are you doing? And then you turn and knit. Or are you always knitting as you turn? Thanks for not helping you, Google. We'll get there. Sleds are the preferred mean to transport. Oh, yeah. You knit, you turn, you purl. Okay. So that is stockinette. Yeah, that is stockinette. Yeah. So that's what we got here. So it looks like that on the back. Well, it looks like the dash is on the back and the V's on the front. Google betrayed you. This is why you're watching. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you knit it on the front and knit it on the back, it would look kind of like this on both sides. That's what the Doctor Who scarf was like. It was just all knitting. So you knit, turn, knit, 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 and it all looks like the dashes on both sides. But when you knit on one side and purl on the other, then you get this the V's on one side and the dashes on the other. Now, obviously, I've got other texture going on in here, but that's generally the way it plays out. Yeah, you know, what's probably confusing for like Google or whatever, the AI is when you do a knit stitch on one side, it looks like a purl stitch on the other. And if you purl on one side, it'll look like a knit stitch on the other side. So that's probably what causes the confusion. So just to like hammer that home, like when you knit and then purl and then knit, that's what it looks like. You do that to create the ribbing, right? But you look at the other side, and the purls become knits, and the knits become purls. So you can use that for like the purls again. They'll tend to like drop back from the knits, so that's what helps create for like ribbing a stretchy thing if you alternate them like that. Or you don't have to alternate them or whatever, but anyway. Yeah, built-in confusion, pretty much. Okay, we're on row 1. We're gonna milk. We're milk, which is make one left knit. And for making one left knit, I am gonna go front to back. Wait. From front to back and knit through the back. Okay, and then we're gonna purl knit knit knit. Now you remember why you never got into knitting when your mom and grandma tried to teach you. Oh well. It helps when you have a project that you want to do. Hey, Beast Lamp Suits, how's it going? How was your stream today? Thank you so much. Welcome on in, everyone. How are you doing? Hey, if you're not already following Beast Lamp Suits, click on that heart icon. Check out the next stream. Usually making costumes. Actually, what would you call them? Suits. They're suits for those of the furry persuasion. How was the stream today? What have you been making? Captain Smoothie, hope you're doing well. Second skins. We'll call them like second personas, primary personas. Thank you so much. We were just talking knitting here. We finished the sweater. We finished the sweater that we've been working on for a while, and we made a hat to match. Ignore that puff of green there. We made a hat to match, and we're working on this this polo shirt over here now. Just starting it. It'll be a while. Hey, Weird Pink One, how you doing? Worked on a Norwegian forest cat. Oh, fun. Wow. That sounds very, very cool. What are there, your beast, oh no, I kind of figured. What, are there like any particular characteristics of a Norwegian forest cat? Like, I imagine there are like certain distinguishing, a huge forest cat. Well, I would hope so. Might be hard to fit into a life-sized one. If you got links and things you want to post, please please feel free to drop social media, pictures, stuff you're working on. Feel free to drop those in chat. Big, thick fur, very fluffy. Oh, wow. So what do you use for the fur on a suit? Don't they sit on their tails in winter? Oh. That's kind of like me. I sit on my feet. I sit on my toes because they're so cold. Cold toes. Well, for those of you that hadn't seen this, we were starting this polo, but I didn't like the yarn that we had initially picked because of the way it looked on the pattern. And so it took a while, but we finally got this yarn from Hobby, which is a neat place in Denmark that sells yarn. And so it just came earlier this week, and we've been starting this polo shirt. But I'll get to the end of the row here, and I can demonstrate kind of like why it wasn't looking so great in the other ones. Use faux fur of different types. Okay. You can show a link to the head of the kitty? Yeah, please do. Please do. Currently using Siberian wolf faux fur. The thickest one you can get. It's a nightmare to sew. Oh no. Do you have to use like these humongous needles? And like, you have to use like really like thick, what do you call it? Like waxy string to be able to sew it all together? Oh wow. That's awesome. Check that out. That looks incredible. Woo! No, very cool. Very great expression too. Freya. That's awesome. Yeah, that's incredible. Wow. So do you have to like patch in the black and the white, or does it actually come striped like that? Oh, you got a machine. Okay. Just pray it doesn't die. Oh, got it. Oh man. Still. That's amazing. All right. So part of what we're doing initially here is we're doing these increases. So I need to check this out real quick. Okay, we're gonna make one right knit, which is going from front to back. No. Back to front and knitting in the back. Okay, so back to front, and then we're gonna knit in the back. Wait, do I go this way? You know what? I'm gonna go that way. And then we're gonna knit. All right, sorry, I'm trying to get into this row so that I can drop the needles and pay attention. Oh, all right. Okay, phew. Okay, that was one. Okay, every stripe, and you have to sew those separately. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, so we're making the polo. We're making the polo over there. This is just the start. This is the back of it. So this is the neckline, and this is the back. So this would be starting with the shoulders. I haven't done this pattern before, so I'm just following it. Right now, we're increasing, and then at some point we spread out, and somehow it hit everything else. It took a while to get to this point because I initially tried this yarn. This is like a linen yarn. This was half linen, half cotton. And I didn't quite like how it looked. I mean, I love the color of the yarn. It's this kind of mossy green with like these flecks of orange in it. But you couldn't really see. You can see there's a pattern in the thing, and you can kind of see it, right? It's these lines here, but they don't show up very well in this yarn. And so we tried another yarn. Oh, that's here. This is 100% linen, and this is actually the yarn that they used in the picture that you see over there. It's just a different color, and you can kind of see the pattern a little bit better, right? You can see that maybe from the side, but it's a very porous yarn. It's linen. It's a bit scraggly, and I was kind of underwhelmed with how it came out. Now I stretched the yarn to like block it. And I kind of liked it before I blocked it. So I thought, well, we could do this yarn, but I wasn't thrilled with the way it was looking. So we looked on Ravelry, and there were people that had made this polo shirt using this yarn. This is a bamboo and cotton yarn from Hobby. And so I ordered the yarn, and it just came earlier this week. So we swatched it up, and I like the look. I mean, I like the look of it a lot better. Now, it's a much thicker yarn, and this is supposed to be a summer shirt, so, you know, trade-offs. But it looks a lot better. Now, I did not block this, so I did not stretch it out. But even when you kind of stretch it out a little, you can still see the patterns pretty well. So we just started this really yesterday, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have no idea how long this is going to take. The pattern is 16 pages, but that doesn't really tell you anything because one of those lines could say, you know, repeat 100 times. But anyway, so we're just kind of plugging away at this. So right now, again, it's starting at the neckline. It's going out and increasing. So we're doing a bunch of increases, like 2 increases every pass. So we're slowly building this out. And then at some point, we'll change. But we're doing 4 rows in repeats. And we're currently on repeat number 3, and we need to do 6 repeats. So to give you some sense, we should end up like double of this. The bamboo is gonna be so nice. I like the look of it so far. I think it'll be nice. I agree. And the name of this color is green tea, so also very appropriate. Perfect, I know. Also, let me say, yesterday, this is incredible. I ordered some tea from Daioh. It arrived today. I ordered some tea, like specialty tea, like 2 of my blends. It arrived yesterday at work, which I didn't go into work today, so I'll pick it up tomorrow. Anyway. You gotta run. Oh, hey, thank you again, Beast Lab Suits. I hope you had a good one. Again, if you haven't been following Beast Lab Suits, please go check out the name, click on that heart icon, give them a follow, check out the next stream, and you'll get to see those suits being made in real time. It's very incredible. I mean, I guess you could follow Weird Pink One, but Weird Pink One isn't the one that streams. Do, 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 do. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, you bet. No, thank you. And today I've got music practice in about 2 hours. So rather than do manga reading right now, I'm just going to keep knitting, and I guess like in an hour and a half we'll read Azumanga Daioh, and then that'll be it. We'll have a little bit of a shorter stream today. Let's see. I need to merp. You can also check weird. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, nice. Oh, I see. So you use Weird Pink one for other stuff, and then Beast Lab suits for your suits. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thank you. Hold on. I need the. I'm not logged into Blue Sky on Brave, which is what that pops up as. So let me do this now. 'Cause you can set your live status on Blue Sky. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Okay. Hold on, let me go back and get the Beast Lab suits one. Okay, there we go. Very cool. All right. Another Brave user, yeah. We're brave with that hat, yeah. You like Brave? You never really had any issues? Yeah, I made the mistake. I'm still using Chrome and Brave though, and so I've been like signing up for. Like I had it where everything was the same, and then I signed up for stuff on Chrome that's not on Brave, and I've signed up for stuff on Brave that's not on Chrome. So that was like the worst thing I could have done. But here we are. So the point is, like, my Blue Sky information's on Chrome, not on Brave. Oh, hey, Kark, I missed that. I'm sorry. Hey, have a good one. It was good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I'll try to swing by. I've got a tattoo appointment on Saturday morning, so I'll try to swing by if I can. You have, since you have Windows 11 with video and other animated stuff on YouTube? Oh, you mean you've had troubles with Brave? I typically still watch Twitch on Chrome, but I will watch YouTube on Brave because it cuts out the videos. Although at this point, I think I finally signed up for YouTube Premium because I got a discount with it through Verizon. Videos freeze. Okay. It's the apocalypse on my leg. So I've got like 1 or 2 sections that are left to finish. Hopefully we get to those. It should be finishing up. Have you shown? No. Wait. I don't think so. What did you get? Where? What? Where? What? What? Where? Yeah, it's gonna be rough because it's like it's right here, right here, and right on the you know, the bottom part of the cheek. You know, the tenderest of places. There will be lots of moving of parts and pieces. I'm not looking forward to it. All right, I need a merp. Make one right pearl. Make one right pearl. Back to front. Back to front. And pearl through the front. Oh, your kitty Donald passed away. It's October, you got a tattoo and you're like, oh, that's cool. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's a great way to remember your Donald. Aw. Yeah, I gotta keep those cheeks tender. Well, fortunately Monday's a holiday here, right? So I did that on purpose so that I get an extra day without having to, like, I don't need to leave my place on Monday. So I'll get an extra day of healing at home. He was the best little guy. Aw. Well, again, that's so cool that you're able to get something in memory. On your leg. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, there goes Kiki. Oh, sure, Misfire. Have you heard anything about the new center that's opening up? You were like gonna apply this week? Oh, you got to pick her. Oh, cool. Let's check it out. Aww. Aww, that's so cute. Little like, is that like food? Aww. Adorbs. Very cute. Squishy earplugs. Okay. I will admit, I was like, I looked at that and I said, man, those look like those earplugs. But I didn't want to be like, are those earplugs? And then you'd be like, no, that's like some precious little blah, blah, blah. That's awesome. His favorite toy was squishy earplugs. I mean, that's what they look like. You use earplugs to sleep. They're pretty cool. That's awesome. Like, literally me, like, don't be rude. Don't say something stupid like, are those earplugs? The CDI Zelda, yeah, those are great emotes. Yeah, Starbug is a big fan of anything.
We can't eat all the sauce. We need it for the fish.
Anything cursed. Wait. Stop eating our sauce, Julia. She's eating all our sauce. You got earplugs that play white noise, like
This is a
like the
Japanese knife that my sister-in-law gave me, and it's used for harikiri or kukisaki or whatever that's called, and vegetables, depending on what your mood is.
Oh man, I'm not gonna have time this weekend to work on the Julia project. It makes me sad. So sorry, you got earplugs that play white noise like the ocean. Oh, and you sleep hard. Nice. Well, that's cool. You love to chew on them because they're very light. They'd fly across the room after a single bap. Oh yeah, nice. He didn't swallow them? I mean, that's pretty good that he just chewed on them. Treasure trove of hilarious treasure. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Starbug loves all things cursed. And CDI Zelda is definitely up at the top there. And it may make emotes with them. Oh no, wait a minute. I lost my stitch marker. I'm just peepo knitting along here and I'm like, wait a minute. Where am I when am I supposed to stop? Okay. So, stitch marker should be there. Oh gosh. Yeah, there's the whole pantheon of cursed emotes. The reason you're up early is because, oh, you had your first interview. Okay. You think it went well? Nice, nice. Got more information. Seems like a good fit. Oh, good. Well, when did you say you were going to hear? Now you must die. You definitely ate a lot of them. You'd find pieces of litter box. Well, at least they were probably harmless, right? Just pieces of like foam pass right through. All right. Okay. So now we're going to milp. We're going to milp, which is front to back. Front to back. And then knit purling through the back loop. Okay, front to back, and wait, no, purling in the back loop. All right, there we go. All right. I am much more aware of my hands like being slightly damp with this yarn for some reason. I don't know what it is. Kind of weird. Oh, I missed my question. What was my question? Oh, like, do you know when you're going to hear anything? Read your trashy novel. Yeah, no, thanks again, Kark. Have a good one. And hopefully I'll get to see you when you're streaming on Saturday. Peer interview next week. Not sure when though. Okay, so you still have some more interviews to go through, but well, I mean, as long as they don't cancel the interview, that at least hope alive or something. Oh, only had 4 people apply. All right. You think the only one that applied for night shift? Oh, yeah, there you go. Are applications closed? So like nobody off the top ring, top rope. Oops. Oop. Oop. All right, there we go. Okay, let's make it through one more row here, and then I'm gonna have to use the restroom. You know, there's been a lot of interest or haven't done a good job posting outside the company website. All right, well, hey, more opportunity for you. That'll be great. All right, so now we're gonna milk. We're gonna milk, which is front to back, knit through back. Or they're still just doing internal. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And we're gonna knit 2. Hey, but again, right? That's always great when they can say, oh, we've filled all the positions internally. Hooray! Your supervisor's been support. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Just had to accept that they aren't going to hire the correct amount of staff. Blood Anglete has her head so far up her ass that the bench won't get any better. Yeah, all right. That's rough. Well, I'm glad for you. I hope that all works out. The ER will be better for mental stress. That's saying something, right? less mental stress in the ER. Like, yikes. Yeah, right. That'll give you a good opportunity to work on the school stuff. One of those people that thinks because she had to suffer night shift with short staffing, everyone should suffer. Boomer mentality. I pulled myself, but you should too. Which is always crazy because it's like, you know, the other way to think about that is like, man, no one should have to suffer the way I had to suffer. Like I would like to make the situation and life better for others so that they don't, but you know, to each their own. To each their own. Instead of 600 plus beds and trauma 1, you'll literally, we're going to place with 10 beds and you'll be doing 10% of the amount of tests. Yeah, wow. That's wild. Oh, I just realized I should be timing this. Or at least, like, having a rough count of how much time this takes. Oh, thank God. Knit 2. There's a stitch hiding. I'm like, there's only one stitch. It was hiding. The place you work does 4,000 tests in 24 hours. Most of them are done on night shift, which is roughly between 2,500 and 3K. Oh. You went to Shadow's similar stand, alone ER, and they only had 2 full racks for the day before. 300 tests. Wow. Normally you do almost 10 times that much. Holy crap. Okay, we're on row 3. Now we're gonna merc. We're gonna merc. So we're gonna go back to front. And then knit through the front. And then we're gonna knit. That's wild. You think they would find a way to level load or whatever. What is the risk or danger of that happening now that this is a new thing they're standing up, right? What's the risk of them being like, oh, you've got extra capacity, you can take on doing all these tests? I mean, not you, but like going to the directors. Today's Thursday? Man, doesn't feel like Thursday. Not quite sure. If someone higher up, if someone higher up at the organization is looking like, oh look, we have these places that can do tests, and this one's overworked and this one's not, it probably doesn't work the way I'm thinking it's working. Like, why wouldn't someone be like, hey, well, just move the different tests, different equipment? Like, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, what would prevent someone from saying, hey, this new thing doesn't have enough work, and this other place is overworked, so move the work over. You have hubs. Place you work now has enough room for more complex, so you're considered a hub. So does that mean like things could get more busy? Oh, I'm on row 4. I'm gonna merp. Back to front. Back to front. Purl through the front. Standalone ERs have limited space and is only for stabilizing patients to send to a hub. Huh, okay. You just install new blood culture incubators that hold roughly 1,200 bottles. Roughly double having what you have now, because you're becoming the hub for a couple smaller hospitals. Ah, okay. Interesting.
Hello there.
Alright, we got ads starting in a little bit. I'm going to use a restroom break when they hit. Is it, but it's, so you've mentioned this before. It's in this, it's the same hospital. It's like a different location in the hospital, right? So you're going to the same sort of complex, but you're in a different spot. You're in the ER area. You do have a central lab that is a massive warehouse. That's where the most complex stuff goes. Okay. Interesting. All right, yeah, we got an ad break starting soon. Three minutes of ads. I'm gonna go grab some more water and a restroom break. When that hits, we're definitely not gonna finish this row before that happens. Okay, so just so you guys get a sense of how dorked up this is, the green warning says ads start in 1 second. Okay, it just went away. So the warning from whatever says whatever. Now ads won't start until you actually see SariBot pop up and say the ads have started. Ooh, noodle soup. Nice. Like cup of ramen or some other noodle soup? A central location in the hospital, second biggest hospital. The only bigger one is 1,000 beds. Whew. Boy, that seems like a lot of samples for... Are there general practitioners there too? Ah, there go the ads. Okay. I got a bolt. I'll be right back. Are there general practitioners too doing samples and stuff, or is it all for like hospital beds? Oh. All right. Hey, good timing. All right, what's this? They're going to be adding 2 more floors, 800 beds and 500. Ooh. MLTs do all the lab-related things. Only physicians in the lab that you have are the pathologists and histologists. Okay. Review potential malignancies and slides. Okay, huh. It just seemed weird, like the number of samples you're talking about coming from that number of beds. It's like, surely you're getting samples from other sources. But I guess not. All right, where was I? Oh, we're on row 4 here. Oof. You're contracted with some other facilities. Oh, okay. So you get stuff from other places. Oh, okay, but those are, got it. All right, interesting. All right, we're on row 4. We're gonna MILP. MILP is front to back. Front to back, and then purl through the back loop, right? All right. All right. Let's see. Okay, now we're on repeat 4. Patients can vet multiple tests a night. Okay. Lactic acid. Yeah. Usually run every 2 hours. Okay. Oh, they get multiple tests. You got it. So some of those you have to, like, if they're getting tested every 2 hours, you have to turn them around before then, right? I mean, because you had a patient recently whose sodium was critically low. They're sending a sample down every 1.5 hours to check. Oh, wow. Yikes. And juggling all the critical time needs. Okay, we're back to row 1. Back to pattern 1. Your turnaround time is usually 30 minutes? Wow. Once it arrives at the lab, if it's something that can be run on site, it's finished 15 minutes. That's awesome. A longer test, like TSH, takes forever. Turnaround time is 1 hour, huh? So that's like the longest test. Or the longest one you do in-house. Just got a new test for pre-surgery that checks a patient's clot risk. Oh, that takes an hour and a half. Wow. Test can be monitored by surgeons in real time through now. Wow, that's amazing. That's wild. The amount of information that you can get on the timing now, it's pretty amazing. I mean, the stuff that you're talking about, I'm sure like years ago was like, you'd hear back the next day, that sort of a thing. You did test by hand in school? Oh yeah. Multiple parts. That's what it would take days. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, right, I mean, it's really, really good to kind of see what actually goes into doing that, doing it yourself. Ooh. Okay. Row 1. We got a Merc. Merc is back to front, knit through front. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Whatever. Ugh. This thing. You have a coworker who used to work in mass spec? Oh yeah. Those instruments used to take up entire rooms. Just sit on a counter and the results are hella fast, yeah. I never did mass spec for bio, but we did mass spec all the time for just chemical samples. And yeah, they were pretty big. I mean, not a full room, but it was massive. The idea that it might be on a counter, that's pretty remarkable. Mass spec is so freaking cool. It was neat. It was always fun to go down and run and see your samples, get the molecular weights and the fragmentary patterns and all that stuff. You learn about that in school, you were like, let's go. Yeah. It's it was always weird. It's like, this works? Like, it's wild. It's a saying going back to tests you did in school. You like doing calcium. Turn from pistiel to rich purple. It's the most beautiful Caribbean blue. Oh, that's fun. Huh. It was right. It was always fun to play around with the chemicals. I do miss that. But I've said it multiple times that like I've missed my easy access to sulfuric acid. The thing I miss the most. Ready access to sulfuric acid and acetone. That's what I miss most about not being in a chemistry lab. And also just like chemical catalogs, like you go to Amazon, it's like, this is so sketchy. It was nice to like go to Aldrich or Sigma Chemical or any other sort of like chemical warehouse provider. And you're like, okay, I'm going to order this. It's going to be lab tested, you know, guaranteed purity, blah, blah, blah. You go to Amazon, like I just ordered some cinnamaldehyde from a place. And there's a couple reviews where people are like, this is not this doesn't smell anything like cinnamon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, great. So what am I actually going to get? Who knows? But, you know, it claims, it looks like it's sort of like a chemical provider, but it would be nice just to order from like Sigma. Anyway. You had open concentrated acetic acid. Even under the hood, your lungs are like, this is an offense to our health. Yeah, acetic acid, that's concentrated stuff. That's no joke. Merp. Back to front. Pearl through the front. Oops. I remember one time getting a nice whiff of hydrobromic. That was pretty nasty. Hey, Plo. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay, there we go. No, I'm not. There we go. Okay. You know, it's funny, that sweater, I actually had to like pay attention and occasionally knit on the back. This is pretty easy. It's just purl all the way across. You have lab grade bleach. Anytime you have to use that stuff, you're extra geared up. Hope everyone's good. Yeah, doing well. Hope you're doing well. We're just plugging away here on our polo. We did our ninth granny square pattern here. This that was our 9th square, but we're working on our polo. It seems to be coming along decently. I have no idea how to think about progress on this, though. Things are still good. Still working on the fine-tuning on your printer. Oh. Good luck. I'm sure you looked into it, but given printing, like printing resources nowadays, is it actually still cheaper to have your own printer and run everything, or would it be cheaper to like go to a place and just print out stuff as you need it? It's certainly more convenient, I'm sure. You do your own prints, so it's cheaper for you because you oh, they have minimum quantities. Got it, yeah. You bought your own printer for school? That was so much cheaper than printing at school? Okay. Yeah, I guess if you're going to be doing a lot of printing, it makes more sense. I'm thinking like, you know, oh, I usually print one or two things. And not very frequently, so it's like usually not worth it for me. But if you're printing like dozens of prints but not like hundreds. Which I'm sure those print houses, either the minimums are really high or they're really expensive if you're just doing like 5 or 10. You were paying 15 and 20 for 5 prints. Oh, and they weren't even archival quality? That would have been 50 for 5 prints? Ew. That's kind of what you want to be charging people. I mean, not really, but you want to be charging more than that. But that would eat seriously into any profit, that's for sure. Actually, that probably is what you want to be charging, depending. Okay, we're gonna go front to back and purl through the back loop. Huh. That's weird. Why is that doing that now? Oh, I bet it's because of my front thing. Da, 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 da. They're not archival. Yeah, it's just easier to print yourself. You charge 15. Yeah, okay. 2 for 25. Yeah, that would seriously cut into your costs. I feel like I'm being very inconsistent on that side. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm fine. All right, I need to leave at 7:10. Azumanga will probably take about 20 minutes. So I need to be reading by like 10 till. So we got about 20 minutes. So I can do one more row here most likely. All right, let's get to it. Yeah. We're on the 4th repeat, row 3. And again, we got to do 6 repeats 4 rows. So we're getting to the point where we're about to move on to the next part. Okay. I'm gonna milk. Milk is front to back. Front to back. And knitting through the back loop. Ooh, that looks terrible. I said front to back, right? Front to back and knit through the back. Alright, that looks better. We're gonna knit 2. Oop. I was supposed to get an audio cable today, and it arrived at the distribution facility at like 4 in the morning here, and then it didn't ship. I'm gonna check it real quick, see if it finally shipped. Nope. No, it got lost somewhere or something. Great. Thanks, guys. It was an audio cable for the ukulele. So it's probably a tiny package. The worst part is, like, who knows where it is now. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. More than just been able, yeah, well, that's it. Oh, yeah, so that was the thing that I had ordered. I showed it off yesterday, early on. That was the thing I had tried to order multiple times, and Amazon kept sending me the wrong thing. So I ordered a concert ukulele, which is, it's kind of like an in-between size instrument. And but I ordered one with a electric pickup, an equalizer that has a hookup that I can put into the audio of my sound system and have that feed directly into the stream, or at least the audio feed to then pipe it into the stream. And and I ordered this, like, I don't know, late December. The first one they sent me was a tenor ukulele, so bigger, which was fine, but it didn't have the EQ in it. It didn't have the hookup. So go to Amazon's website. There's of course nothing that says, like, you gave me the wrong item. All their, you return and then the reason, it's like none of the things apply. So I pick, I think, wrong size, which is, like, technically true. Yeah, we have ukulele at home. And it has a little justification or text box. So I put in there, like, you sent me a tenor, I ordered a concert size, and it needs to have the electric hookup in it. Whatever. So again, like, the thing has a designation. It was like MKCE. MK was like the Macala or whatever the name of the brand, and C, concert, E, equalizer. Or electric, whatever. Like, okay. So I get the return thing, and then it says, do you want a refund, or do you want to have a replacement item? And I roll my eyes because it's like, what's the chances they're actually going to send me the right item the second time, right? So I'm like, all right, replace item. So I ship the other one back. The other one arrives a couple days later. It's the right size, but it has no hookup. So they sent me the MKC, not the MKCE. So need to return an item, wrong thing. And then at that point, they're like, there's no option for like replacement. It was just like, we're going to refund you. Yeah, exactly. So then I look, and then the manufacturer has a website. And there it is there. So I buy it from there. This is like January 2nd. They didn't ship it until Tuesday. So almost like 2 weeks later, like no information. Just waiting. Their website, they must have been slammed over the holidays. Their website at the top said something about orders placed today will ship after the 6th of January. But it was saying that on the 11th of January. I'm like, all right, they're behind, whatever. So yeah, maybe they had to make it. But then the funny thing is I get the shipping notice and I go, there's a tracking number. It's FedEx. I go to FedEx and it says the pickup site is Ashland, Virginia. That's northern Richmond. It's like an hour and a half away. So it was here the next day. And it was the right thing. It's what I needed. It works. It's all great. But like, holy crap, man. But anyway, I got, I have a cable, but it's like a 10-foot cable. I don't need a 10-foot cable. So I ordered a nicer, shorter cable. And then again, it was supposed to be 2-day shipping. It hit the distributor this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've been watching it all day and it never flipped over to out for delivery. So it's already almost 7. So it's like, now the worry is like, it's gonna be a small package. It's like, did it fall somewhere stupid? You know, like, Anyway, meanwhile, right, I can play it. I've been playing it and strumming and practicing and whatever. But for playing it on the stream, also I could probably, given my mic setup now, I can probably just play it without the hookup. But I tested the hookup and it works good, so it'll be nice to have that like linked in through the system. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, at some point I'll just be practicing. I haven't really done much sort of standard guitar playing, and although an ukulele is not really a standard guitar, it does a lot of the sort of similar chord progressions and stuff. So. Yeah. Well, I'll say that now. We'll see how well it sounds. I want to get to the point where I can do more finger picking on the on it. One of the reasons I picked the ukulele is because it's small. It's small, so I can more easily like hold it here where I am in this chair. Whereas like a guitar is just way too big here. Don't jinx, yeah. It's kind of interesting. So the ukulele only has 4 strings, as opposed to a guitar, which has 6 typically. And then the other kind of weird thing about it is what would normally be the lowest string is actually above the second string in pitch. So that's kind of interesting. I was not expecting that. All right. Okay, we're on row 3 here. We're going to merc. So we're going to go from back to front and knit through the front. You gonna take a nap? Oh, hey, you bet. You got paid, nice. Your sugar mama this week. Oh, sushi, nice. Hey, yeah, thank you. We're just about to switch over here to reading Azumanga. And then I'm done. I'm going off to music practice. So, hope you have a good one. All right, look at that. This is something like row 20? I don't know. Numbers have no meaning here. But it's funny. This is definitely the type of pattern where mistakes are very visible. Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, there we go. So again, we're on row 4 of repeat 4. We need to go to row 4 of repeat 6. So we've got 9 more rows to go before we move on to whatever comes after this. And right now, again, we're doing 2 increases on each side. The increases are right after on the inside parts of these markers. So each row is increasing there and there on the front and back. So we're adding, over the course of doing these repeats, something like 60 stitches or something. So we're working from 29 up to 85 stitches. And then again, once we get to that, we're going to move on to some other, whatever comes next in the pattern. I probably should read through a pattern a little bit, see what actually is coming down the pipeline. But I'm assuming that there's not going to be anything like, oh, and by the way, you should have done this. Probably a bad assumption. By the way, I hope you didn't forget to do the thing I didn't tell you to do. Like, why would you write that? Oh, man. Ooh. All right, let's read some Azumanga. Where are we? We're like on chapter 10. The Red Raccoon Dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yep. Ooh, there's a special. Wasn't there? Okay, so special's in 11, not 10. All right. Let's switch over. I hope you all enjoyed the kitty in the background. Chichioya. No, Chio Chichi. Chio Chichi. Father Chichi. All right. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. We'll get back to reading Jujutsu Kaisen tomorrow. As for today, this will be 10.1 part 1. Okay. I think that's it. Boodoo boodoo. All right. Okay, kanda, like chewed? Kanda. Kanda. All right, well, that's a great start. Let me look that up before we start. Ah, okay. Taikusai wa kyogi wa ishin saremashita yo. All right, so let me look up a couple words here. Kamu, and then we've got kyogi. Yeah, game, contest, match. Ishin? Ah, okay. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, let's read chapter 10, part 1, volume 4, Azumanga Daioh. Here's Kagura with the red raccoon dog banner for some reason. Kanda. Kanda. Now, kamu means to chew, or it can mean to falter with one's words, and it's the past tense. So, looking ahead, it appears to be more the second meaning of this, of that, so like faltering with one's words. So, Chio's coming in, she says, Kotoshi no taikusai wa kyogi ga isshin saremashita yo. As for the physical education festival of this year, the competition or the games, complete change was done. So we've seen this in the previous volumes. Every year they've done this physical education festival in which the school does these events. They have games, they compete, etc. So we're getting into that season. But Chio is saying that the games, that they did a complete revision of them. Ishin saremashita yo. Kore printo desu. This thing is a printout or a flyer. So there's Osaka. Bankyu icho. Bankyu icho. Pankui kyoto no kyosou wa aru? As for a bread eating like foot race, does it exist? Okay, pankui kyosou. Yeah, a race. So I guess Was she pankyu icho? Was she trying to say that here? Pankyu icho? Because remember that the title of this chapter or this comic was like faltering with one's words. So presumably she got so excited that she jumbled up something. Pankyu icho. So if this was supposed to be pan iku or pan kui instead of kui, and then I'm not sure about the cho. Anyway, she says, as for a bread eating race, does it exist? Is there one of those on the list? Maybe she's still just jumbled up with her words. Although at this point, right, we get bread and eating. So she appears to be clear with what she's saying. All right. Chino testo. A chino. This is like a knowledge test. Yeah. So intelligence test. Chino testo. Pankui kyoso aru. So a bread eating race exists. So there is a bread eating race. これは相続練習せな. As for this thing, meaning the race, like early practicing must do. So she's like, I got to practice like now, early. For that. Okay, it's not sosoku. It's going to be sosoku. Sasoku. That's it. Yeah, without delay. And then renshu, which is just to do practice. Okay. Anpan to himo o yoi shita. Okay, so an anpan and thread did preparations. So Osaka's saying like she's prepared some anpan, which is this bread filled with, I think, anko, bean paste. Yeah. So anko is the bean paste, so it's anpan, anko bread. And then she says himo, thread. What's the thread for? Yeah, string cord. Yeah, what was she trying to do? Itai, itai. Ow, ow. どうやってパンを吊るすんや? How doing doing tsuru of bread. So basically, how do you tsuru bread? What is the tsuru here? To fish for, to hang? Oh, okay. How to hang or suspend. So how doing hanging, suspending of the bread. So I guess, yeah, it's one of these things where it's dangling on a rope and usually your hands are behind your back or something, and you're supposed to nibble and eat the bread from the thing. So she's like, how do you do this? Sonomama shibaru no kana? As it is there, like binding, I guess, I wonder? Like just binding it up as it is? Tsuribari de esa mitai ni? Like bait on a tsuribari, which is like a fishing rod. On a fish hook. Oh yeah, hari. Okay, so Kagura is saying like, maybe it's like in the manner of bait, esa, on a fishing hook. Ah! So Osaka is now thinking like an actual hook. So, そんな危険な競技やったんか? That sort of a dangerous race or competition is done? Or Question mark? Like they do that sort of dangerous race? Chigaoka? Oh, it's different? Oh, and I guess maybe Chio is thinking the same thing. Budu budu. That's kind of her shivering. Okay. Oshi taoshi. Pushing over. Pushing over. Like taoshi falling over. So pushing and falling over. Testo setsu something. Testo Oh, there it is. Setsue, construction. Test construction. I mean, I guess that's like testing. No, sorry. Tento. It would help if I actually read what was there. Tento. Tento tsuye. Setsue. So, tent construction. That makes much more sense. Tateru zo. Standing up. Se no. That's like 1, 2, or on the count of 3. So like, I guess she's putting the pole in and standing it up, and that's just a count for everyone to coordinate. Don, don, yaru ka? Asobu na. Okay, so Tomo is just like, I guess like jumping into Kagoda and saying don, like boom, boom. And Kagoda's like, oh, you want to fight? You want to do it? And Yomi is saying, don't play around. Stop playing around. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Attack! Attack! Dun! Sa! Bisha! Okay, so they're fooling around. They bump into Chio. She drops the pole, and the tent falls down. So I guess that was Oshi Taoshi. Pushing over. Minna no iryoku wo. Everyone's effort. Oh, meaning like with everyone's effort or using everyone's effort. It's the direct object and the verb is just implied. Iryoku. Oh, no, that's not. No, doryoku. Doryoku. Yeah. Great effort, exertion. So yeah, this is probably like, thanks to the effort of everyone's great exertion or great effort. Whoa. Doryoku. Tsuburechatta. Okay, so they're looking at the tent that's fallen over. And Chio is saying, oh, tsuburechatta, which is just going to be that it fell over. Smashed. To become useless. Okay, it's tsuburu. Like, oh no, it's been smashed. And chatta, teshimata, teshimao, meaning like, oops. Oh no. Gomen, fusakete te. Sorry for like fooling around. Fusakete is to, to frolic. So sorry about the frolicking around. Kowashita. Like, oh, it broke. Minna de issho kenmei tsukutta no ni Kagura ga kowashimashita. Yeah, so through everyone or with everyone, doing it with all their might, constructed even though Kagura is the one that broke it. So Tomo's just rubbing it in. Again, like, basically, even though everyone put in their best effort, worked with all their might to make it, Kagura, like, you broke it. Jiwa. Starting to tear up. Aw. All right. It's all fun and games until someone starts to cry. Sekinin. Sekinin is responsibility. Gomen na. Minna de yatte ita no ni. Sorry, with everyone doing it even though. So, again, Kagura is apologizing. She's saying even though like everyone was working, they were doing effort. Yeah, no, that's sort of a. So Chiyo's trying to say, no, don't worry about it. 私はどうして高ガサツなのかな? As for me, why this sort of gasatsu is it, I wonder? Gasatsu. Crude, unrefined, coarse, rough. Yeah, so she's asking, like, why, again, as for me, why am I crude, unrefined, and coarse like this way, like I am, I wonder. あとは私が一人でやるから. As for the rest, or as for from here, I'm the one alone that will do it because. So basically she's like, I'm going to just do it all on my own here. いえ、no, 違うだろ? It's different, right? そこは友が悪いだとか突っ込んでくれよ. So Tomo's saying like, no, it's different, right? As for that place, or as for like where things are, Tomo, you're evil, or Tomo, you're the bad one, and things like that, do the favor of saying. Oh, it's tsukomi. Tsukomi is that retort, or sometimes like playing that gag. Yeah. So tsukomu. So basically, you're supposed to come back at me. You're supposed to retort that, no, Tomo's the bad one, right? Tokidoki, o majime ni naru nayo. Sometimes towards seriousness becoming don't do. I guess like basically don't sometimes get serious. Sometimes towards seriousness don't become. Yeah. So Tomo was trying to have fun, playing a joke, and she's upset that Kagura's upset and taking it seriously. Majime ni. Okay. Moriage yaku? Moriage yaku. This is like, moriage is like to get excited, and yaku meaning role, like the role of moriage. Yeah, so moriage, to enliven, to stir up, to bring to a climax, and yaku meaning role. And again, like the role that someone plays. So presumably someone's got the role of getting everyone excited, which you can see where this is going. Minna de yarimashou. With everyone, let's do it. So let's do it with everyone, meaning fix the tent. Junbi wa tanoshiku yaranakya. As for preparations, enjoyment must do. So I guess this is an implied double negative, right? Yaranakya is like must do this. As for preparations, like we should enjoy them. They should be fun. Yeah, arigato, thank you. Okay, so there we go. They're all putting the tent up. Tomo coming back in. Dun. Ah! Garan. That's the pole clanging. Nani sunda? That's Kagura. What are you doing? So, sore de ii? It is that way. That's good. Oh. Yoku ne omae wa, omae jama. Okay. So, Tomo's happy that she's got Kagura angry. She's like, that's right. It is that way. That's good. Meaning like what you're doing, yelling at me. Yomi is saying, it's not good. Yoko nai. And you are a hindrance. You are a jama. You're just in the way, talking to Tomo. But that's what Tomo does. All right, enough explaining the jokes. That is the halfway point for Chapter 10, Part 1. We'll pause there, and we will finish off Chapter 10, Part 1 next time. Explaining the jokes. All right, that's going to do it for us for today. Wow, no one likes manga. I really think I should just stop reading manga. I mean, it's like almost crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It is. So anyway,